Hello and welcome to Program Your Life. You're on the journey to how to know if someone is for you. This video is inspired by the work and research of Dr. Joe Dispenza, who is an American neuroscientist, researcher, lecturer, and motivational speaker, and Abraham Hicks, or Esther Hicks, who is an American author and an inspirational speaker. Are there moments in your life where you're stuck and do not know whether you should just move on to another relationship? Everything is confusing and you cannot really make sense of it? Well, a person with the same problem came to Esther Hicks and she guided her about the relationship and the problem she was facing. First of all, instead of really talking about a relationship, you should talk about forming a relationship with yourself. We want to acquaint you with your vortex and help you make it your predominant relationship. Your relationship with the vortex and the energy of the vortex will call you to be the best and get what you're really wanting. It is quite convenient for us to say things like, don't leave a relationship from out the vortex. You need to make sure that you are in the vortex, and when you're in the vortex, you never really leave anything. Instead, you just move somewhere else. You're just going from one place to another. So essentially what you're saying is, how bad should it get, or how much should I tolerate before leaving or moving on? If you're feeling bad about your relationship, it's not something that another person is doing to you. You've made that relationship more important than your own relationship with your vortex, and then you resent that one because it doesn't offer you what you really want. When you're asking someone else to love you, fulfill you, and provide for you, you're asking someone what you shouldn't be asking them. You're not entitled to them. You should not be asking anyone, except the source in your vortex. The other person is not entitled to be there for you all the time, but your vortex is there for you for anything you want. Your inner being is there for you. It's all the resources for you. The concept of relationships has loosened its essence. People are asking each other to be their rock, to be their life, their reason for life, their anchor. That's how you're depending on them. You need to be freed of them and free yourself. Most importantly, free yourself from needing them. If you're aware of things that you do not want in a relationship, you shouldn't put up with them. No one should ask you to put up with them. If you're in a troubling relationship, it is causing you to create a different relationship in your vortex. Every time you feel disrespected, a respectful relationship is queued up. Everything you feel that you're not appreciated, I know that a relationship full of appreciation is queuing up. There's a relationship forming in your vortex. It is waiting for you, and it has been crafted out of every relationship that you've had. Here's how Abraham Hicks said it. Delicious relationship waiting for you that has been carved out of every relationship that you've ever had, that you have access to, but that you have to make a choice. Thought by thought, day by day, moment by moment, emotion by emotion. You have to reach for better feeling thoughts. You have to reach for what was here rather than be appalled by what is here, so that what you have is just sort of put up with it when it's happening, because it's hard to ignore someone who's there, and it's hard to ignore something when it's happening. Don't even try, but in those moments when you're not being tested to the fullest, in those moments when you're lying in the privacy of your own mind in bed, and you have the ability to conjure thoughts, think about the vortex, not about the better relationship. This means that you need to think about the vortex and the fulfillment it brings you. When you do this, you're already done with the first step. You have put the relationship that you want in the vortex. Next, just soothe yourself, and this will allow your vibration to rise. There will be a time when your vibrations will rise to a frequency of your vortex, and then you will be a cooperative component to all the things you put there, and there will be a strong impulse to act. You won't be able to dent it or move away from it. It would be as if you're coming home from a long, tiring journey. You know it's in there, and I'm trying to show it to you. Some people feel that any relationship is better than having no relationship. But let me tell you, there's something beyond it, which is wonderful. This wonderful something is equal to who you really are, and it is in alignment with what you have put up with. It's what you really deserve. You deserve a wonderful and amazing relationship. Yes, that's what you really deserve. That is there for you. You see, you're putting up with stuff that's not your time to do anything. Just accept it, and you will be putting up all the good stuff in the vortex. Don't tell your partner about anything, because you'll only be annoying them. If you say to them, you're helping me create someone so much better, or someone that really appreciates me, they wouldn't believe you. You don't have to say it to them. You just have to believe it for yourself. Whenever something negative is happening, just leave the room. Every time you feel unappreciated or unloved or resentful, it means you're moving on to another person. You're moving to a better relationship that helps you fulfill it. You really need to understand a few things. First, do not be hard on yourself. Pay attention here. You do not have to blame yourself for the actions of another person. Secondly, do not be hard on the other person. As I shared earlier, they have their own life. They are not entitled to provide you with everything you want. They're not entitled to living a life you want them to live for you. If you're not happy with a person or a relationship, it simply means that this person is not right for you. With this person, you cannot get the person that you really want, so stop trying to change them or to shape them into something that you want them to be. You cannot get to the behavior that you really want while you're taking detailed notes of what is wrong and what's going on. You're wanting to deactivate that in your vibration, and we have never known anyone who could deactivate something without activating someone new. What I'm saying is that you can't push against what you do not want without making it bigger. What you need to do is withdraw your attention so that the next time you leave the room, leave happily. Whenever you leave a room from a fight, you probably end up in a different room where you might experience the same because the universe is giving it to you again. For example, let's say you're angry and you shut the door hard. You go to the next room and turn on the television. And what do we see on television these days? People hurting each other, violence, breakups, and so much more. All we see there is also negativity. So it just becomes a spiral where this keeps on happening in every room you walk into. So the next time you leave a room, do not leave it in a huff. Leave it happily and leave it peacefully. Just form a relationship with your vortex because it's preparing for you. It's storing for you. It's creating for you all that you need. You might feel unpleasant or sad that your relationship has not fulfilled you, but you must know within you that it is time for you to connect with your vortex, your inner being. You can fulfill yourself, and it is you who can make you happy. You must develop a relationship with yourself because it will fulfill you. It will bring you happiness, and when you build this relationship, believe that what you really want, the kind of relationship that you've been looking for, the kind of relationship that you truly deserve, is just around the corner waiting for you. It has everything that you have ever wanted. It has everything opposite to what you've endured in your past relationships, and it's completely opposite to what you've experienced. Just know it within you.